Joining me today is Gerry Whelan, CEO and founder of Archer Glass in Brisbane. And Gerry's been a regular on the program and joins us today to talk about film. No, not movie film, glass tinting film. Gerry, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Wayne.
Now, Gerry, film's one of those things that I've seen on automotive tinting, but I've never thought about it for glass in buildings. Tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, when you've got the clear glass and it's, say, in Brisbane facing north or west, facing north or west, yeah, you get a lot of heat increase through the glass from the sun. And if you apply different types of film, you get different levels of result in heat reduction, glare reduction, and UV. Obviously, with varying degrees of tint, you lose some light. So there are some lighter ones and darker ones as well.
Okay, now forgive my ignorance here because I'm not a glazier, but you are. Which side of the glass does this go on, the inside or the outside?
Always on the inside.
On the inside of the glass, I see. See, I would have guessed the outside. That's why I'm not doing your job, I guess.
Yeah, for weather. It doesn't stand up to direct weather like rain and hail and stuff like that.
Of course. And so you're saying there are different types of film for different purposes and different tints.
Yeah, that's right. So say the most common one is this one. It's an SM90. It's got 99% UV, which they all have. The glare reduction for this one is 82% and heat reduction 65%. And it's quite a dark one, but it's a very good result. You can get an idea there of how dark the tint is. And that's the SM90. Then you can go lighter ones like SM50, but the heat reduction is 56%. Glare 42, again UV 99. But you can see it's a much lighter film, almost clear, so you lose almost no daylight with that one. And then, of course, there's the one that's been traditionally used in office buildings where it's got just an absolute reflection. And the same, the heat reduction in that one, though, is 79% and the glare is 88%. So there's a huge result from it. But again, your windows all look like mirrors. It gives a degree of privacy as well, but only during the day. At night, it's reversed. When the lights are on inside, you can't see out, but you can see like as if it was clear glass, you can see in at night.
Oh, I see. There's more to this than, pardon the pun, meets the eye, isn't there?
There is. There's a lot of different little aspects that do different things and give you different results depending on what it is that you need most.
So, Gerry, if I'm looking at getting film fitted to my windows, it doesn't have to be done when the glass is being put in. It can be done afterwards.
Yes, it can be done anytime. Years later, we've done in some very old buildings. The glass will clean and scrape off any little, splashes of paint or something that might be on them, and then we can apply the film. And all the films have a lifetime warranty now as well.
It does sound like a very effective way to make inside your home more comfortable to live in, and I guess it's a lot cheaper than changing glass or doing other things. Does it matter if you've got blinds or curtains?
No, it doesn't matter if you have blinds or curtains. That's not a problem. We just push them back or take them down and put them back up if they're really in the way. And the good thing about it is they all have, like I said before, the 99% UV reduction, which is the one that fades your carpet and curtains, fades furniture, everything like that. So that cuts out that problem completely.
Oh, right. So that's not only does that help your curtains live longer, but it's also going to make your carpets live longer and keep your furniture in good condition.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah, once they're in that, if they're getting any direct sun during the day, yes, this would make a huge difference over time.
And Gerry, the common one you said is that mid-range tint. Does it make the rooms much darker?
I find that on a cloudy day, it seems to have more of an effect, obviously, because there's not so much light outside in the first place. But yeah, it does. It can reduce the daylight quite a bit on those days. But on a bright sunny day, you barely notice the difference.
And Gerry, when people are keen on doing this, they obviously contact you at Art Glass. I guess you need to measure up and quote on it. Is there any guidance for people about which one's going to look best, or how do they go about picking which one they like?
Yeah, what you can do first is just measure each panel of glass, because it's priced how it comes off the roll. And you know how many windows you've got, etc. So if you measured each panel and then ring up with a list of sizes of panels you need tinted, then we can quote on that for a couple of different types. And then you can either come into our showroom and see them on our window and get a full view of it from inside and out to choose one if you like, or we have some on our website as well that you can have a look.
I can imagine that seeing the real thing in your showroom would be quite a help in making that decision.
Yeah, that's it, because you're able to compare them side by side and their effect, etc.
Gerry, does it have any impact on the way the glass reacts if it's damaged or broken?
It's actually a good impact, because if your glass is not safety glass and it breaks, the film tends to hold it all together, because they're quite, so it won't fall down. So it actually has a semi-safety effect on the glass if something happens. Obviously, though, you then need to replace the film as well as the glass, which adds to the cost.
It's hard to see a downside in this, Gerry. Is there any downside that you're aware of on getting tinting on windows?
No, not that I know of, because like any window can be done, and it is, like you said, considerably cheaper than changing the glass. The only downside might be that when you clean them, you got to watch that it's a clean, soft cloth and doesn't have any zippers or buttons or anything like that on the cloth that might damage or scratch the film. If there's a downside, that would probably be it, in that you need to be careful.
A minor downside, it seems. Gerry Whelan, CEO and founder with Archer Glass. Thank you for telling us about film tinting today. It does sound like pretty much a no-brainer if you want to improve the comfort of your house and prevent the fading and damage that we talked about. Film tinting of your architectural glass seems like the way to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Once the glass is existing, it's a really good way to go to get the result you need.
Gerry, thanks for your time today.
Thank you very much, Wayne. Cheers. Always good.